Today I'm going to review the Shark Steam Pickup 3-in-1. It picks up debris, it deep scrubs, and sanitizes all in one. And all of the dirt and debris gets trapped in there. And what I really am excited about is it is designed for all sealed hard floors. So you have your hard floor, your marble, your tile, your stone, your laminate, and your vinyl. So let's get this unboxed and test it out. Okay, here is everything that it comes with. We have our handle, our mop, and our storage dock. To put the handle in, you just click it right in like this. And then it also comes with this cleaning tips. So it says edge cleaning tips for the most effective edge cleaning, and pick up, run the right edge of the floor nozzle parallel to the cleaning area. Debris cleaning tips for optimal debris cleaning. Move the floor nozzle slowly over the debris tip. If the debris isn't picked up after the first or second pass, try changing the direction of your cleaning path. Hair cleaning tips for effective hair removal. Slowly move the floor nozzle over the hair tip. If there's a lot of pet hair, vacuum lightly with a standard vacuum cleaner before using the steam pickup. Stain cleaning tips. Steam. Select deep steam and tilt the handle down to activate the brush roll. Let the brush roll saturate for 1 minute. Soak. Position the saturated brush roll over the stain for 10 to 15 seconds. Scrub. Run the floor nozzle over the stain several times. Repeat until the stain is removed. Let's take a look at the brush. I really like it because it is soft and firm at the same time. So the little black bristles are a little bit firmer, and it's antimicrobial, and it's self-cleaning when it's in there, so you don't really have to clean the brush. You can give it a rinse, but it really just cleans itself, which is nice because then you're not washing the pads that the other mops have. This mop is chemical free, so all you have to do is add water. So the container pops out, you fill the water up to this line right here, screw back on the cap, and then you just pop it right back into the mop, and that's all you have to do to get ready to mop. What I like about this mop is there is not a trigger. All you have to do is push the button to have it go on. There are 3 different settings, so this is low, then there's medium, and then there's high. So I think for just cleaning the regular floor with no crazy mess, I'm just gonna have it on medium. It takes about 20 seconds for the steam to start, and then there are lights at the front of the mop, which I really like. So we're just waiting for the steam to start, and there it goes. You can see it. So on the floor right now, I just have your normal little stains, everyday stains, and it does have to sit a little bit longer where there's a stain, but I'm just going over everything, and it is doing a really good job. What I really like about this is it's really light. It's very easy to push. You don't have to pre-sweep or anything. It will collect everything as it's going. It doesn't have a vacuum included with it, but it still is grabbing everything that it's coming into contact with and then collecting it in that little chamber inside. To empty the container, all you do is squeeze these 2 tabs and pull that off. Then you have your brush right here. You just pull the little tab, and you'll want to pull it off at an angle because you have the brush roller motor right there. And then you have the container that has everything that it collected. So that is just from mopping the floor without a big spill or anything. You can see it got a lot of dog hair in there. That's from my mini golden doodle Zeus, who is not supposed to shed, but he does. All of the liquid that gets sucked up goes into these little chambers right here. You can see there's not very much. That's just because I was just doing a mop of the floor. I wasn't cleaning up a big spill or anything like that. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and put it back in. Okay, it's all cleaned up, so I'm just gonna pop this right back in right here, and then I'm going to get the brush and slide that on, and then all you do is push down and pop it into place, and then put the lid on top of that. Let's test out how it does on big spills. So right here I have some ketchup that's spilled, and I'm just going a little bit slower because it's a bigger mess and it's doing an amazing job. I'm gonna go to the side here so you can see that just with one pass it did a really good job. Next I have some balsamic glaze, and this is pretty sticky and I'm going pretty slow again, and it's doing a really good job of getting it up just with that first pass. Next I have some grape juice, and I'm gonna go slow again just because it's a bigger mess and there's a lot of liquid with this one, but it's doing an amazing job on that very first pass. So far I'm very impressed with how well it's picking up everything, especially because there's no vacuum on it. Let's test it out now with a spill that has pieces of food in it. So I'm going slow again, and that first pass took everything up. And you can see that when I pull back, there's no little pieces that got stuck. So it really took everything up with that one pass. And I'm just doing one pass on all of it, and it sucked it all up. And I'm just gonna go over everything just to make sure there's nothing left sticky or anything like that. But overall, it did a great job. Here is the storage tray. I'm just gonna set it on there when it's not in use. I'm gonna open it up and let's see how well it collected everything that we just mopped up. Wow, so you can see all that cereal in there, and it's pretty dry. All the liquid did go into these back chambers right here, and it really did a good job of sucking it all up. You can rinse the brush off if you want, but it did a really good job of cleaning it, and it has a little holder here so it can dry off. I emptied and cleaned everything out, and this right here is a little floater, so if it gets too full of the water, that it'll let you know. And I'm gonna put it all back together here. It is a good idea when you're not using it to keep the brush out on that little holder, and I like to keep the lid off as well so that everything can get really nice and dry. The power cord is a whopping 25 feet long. I really love how versatile this mop is. It can do so many different floors. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to use. There are minimal parts. You don't have to pre-sweep. It has a self-cleaning brush roll. It has steam sanitation. Overall, I think this is a great mop. It is super easy to use, and I highly recommend it.